we are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now, Onika Tanya Mirage had a lot to say on social media about her being shadow banned and sabotaged. So let's take a listen.
Surprised the amount of people on Instagram is remarkably low. I wonder who's behind that. I wonder who's afraid. Okay, guys, that's all I wanted to say.
Now, Nicki Minaj also responded to a fan that said Camel Face owes Nicki Minaj money and an apology. Nicki Minaj responded with an emoji to that tweet. And some fans feel like the only reason why she's coming after Camel Toe is because of Megan Thee Stallion. A fan said ever since Devil Nation became Megan's manager, she's been spazzing out. Devil Nation got Megan all the money she deserved, and Nicki is jealous. Then another fan reposted this and said, well, they're telling the truth. I believe she mad about Megan too. So let me know how y'all feel about it. Do you guys feel like Nicki Minaj is coming after Camel Face because he's backing Megan? Here's my thing. Camel Face might be backing Megan, but he's not doing a great job. Yes, you know, she gets brand deals, but the music career is in the toilet. Let's be very clear. Like, Megan musically should be way bigger than what she is now. Let's be very clear. And this is really no shade. This is logical thinking. Think about it. She got 3 Grammys. She performed at the Oscars. She performed with Queen Bee on stage. She got a song with Lil Baby, Nicki Minaj, Queen Bee, Ariana Grande. And, you know, she's selling 50 to 60,000 first week every time she puts out an album. I mean, to be quite honest, I don't feel like musically Camel Face is doing a great job. Now, I know she has another manager. I think his name is T. Ferris. I heard she has another manager. But at the end of the day, I feel like Devil Nation, they should be making Megan's music global. And if she has to do Korean, you know, collaborations all the time and half of those flop, I don't feel like he's really doing a great job. So I don't know why Nicki Minaj would be jealous of Megan Thee Stallion when Nicki easily outsells Megan. Okay? Nicki could do a surprise drop album right now and do more than 60,000 first week. So I don't know about the jealousy thing. I think that is, you know, fan, you know, narratives that they're trying to push. But I just don't understand how you could back somebody and they constantly flop all the time. Okay? Like, you know, if you only make noise when you dissing, that's not a good thing. But also, before we get ahead, let me know if you feel like Camel Toe is sabotaging Nicki Minaj on social media and hiding her, you know, posts. And, you know, she notices that her likes and, you know, the people that view her live are low. Let me know if you think Camel Face is behind that. To me, I feel like that started when she said something about her cousin's balls during C19. What happened to her cousin after he took the you know, the C19 shot? That's when I noticed it. Okay? That's when the likes went downhill. That's when it was definitely evident that they did not want Nicki's post to be seen. Now, moving on from that, fans have noticed Mike Q, songwriter for Queen Bee's Renaissance album, commented on Cardi B's album, Am I the Drama post. Fans are saying that they're noticing certain people in the industry liking or commenting on her album announcement every other day. And a lot of people are speculating that Queen Bee collaboration could be coming soon. I can see it happening, especially now that Nicki Minaj has made it evident that she's coming after, you know, Deseret and Camel Toe. She's made it very, very evident. So out of spite, I can see Camel Face giving that cosign to Cardi B through Queen B. And, she was at the Cowboy Carter tour. So I definitely feel like it could happen. Okay. Out of spite, though, I don't really think Queen B at this moment in time really wants to work with a Cardi B, because to be quite honest, Cardi B is not red hot. Look what's going on with her song Outside. That came and went. Is outside of the top 10 already. Luther, that came out last year, is still top 10. Okay, you can say it's payola, but where's the payola package for Cardi B? How comes her payola only lasted a week? That's not good. You signed a Titanic Records and your payola package already gone? You only had 7 years in the game. That's not good. So with that being said, out of spite, the collaboration definitely is coming, okay? Because, this is their way to get back at Onika, Tanya, Mirage. Work and collaborate with the haters. But also, I heard that they're working with Cardi B for something outside of music, too. So let me know if you guys are tuning in for that, too. Now, moving on from that, Bhad Bhabie has been sued by American Express for basically $700,000. $700,000 on a credit card. That's kind of insane. Okay. If you so rich, you shouldn't be using your credit card like that, in my opinion. Okay. I don't care how many reward points they give you. Now, a lot of fans are saying that this is happening to Bhad Bhabie because she went against Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. Remember, I think it was last week. She said, what female rapper has like the worst verses on a song, okay, or ruins a remix. And people were saying Megan and Cardi. And she said, oh, nope, Cardi, she kills it every time. But she did not say anything about Megan, which a lot of people felt like was shade. So people feel like Megan is giving her some, Megan voodoo and basically is sabotaging her. I don't believe that. I don't think Megan has the pull or the means to sabotage anybody. But also, how's she gonna make somebody sue, especially a big company like that, to sue her for $600,000-$700,000? Megan can't tell no company to do that. This is Bhad Bhabie's fault, okay? And that's why she will be receiving 100,000 lashes. Now, she denied it, but I don't believe that hoe because she lies all the time. Now, moving on to Miss Tina, Queen B's mother, commenting on Halle Bailey's recent post. She was, overseas getting her back blown out by one of the newest producers. Well, I won't say newest, okay, but one of the up-and-coming producers in the game that has worked with Kung Fu Kenny and Queen B, but he's not really new. Okay, but he's not known like that. But with that being said, Tina Knowles commented forward. Okay, moving forward. A lot of fans have mixed reactions to this because they feel as though Queen B and her mama don't be helping Halle, but now she want to comment because, she's no longer with Doodle Garbage. Here's my thing. I feel like she's just trying to be, supportive. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with this comment, but it would be nice for, Queen B and Tina to help Holly's actual career instead of, commenting on an Instagram post, okay? Because once that relationship ends, then what was the point? But I also think Halle and, Walmart Beyonce, they, no shade, I feel like they give a little bit male center or boy crazy. I noticed that Halle, her demeanor started to change a little bit when she got with Doodle Garbage. And I feel as though once you allow a man to kind of ruin your career, to me, I don't really respect you. No shade. I lose a little bit of respect because that's what Halle allowed. She allowed Doodle Garbage to ruin her career. There's nobody to blame but herself, okay? And she was talking about, oh, the devil is working when people were calling him out. And now look, you're working overseas, but your baby daddy had to do a visit, okay? Because you are in a legal custody battle with that man. Okay, but you were talking about the devil was working when you were sleeping with the devil the whole time. So, I'm just tired of the Halle Bailey and Doodle Garbage drama, honestly. Now, moving on from that, Purdue Chicken reveals in a new interview that Liam Hemsworth used to mock her, saying that she will never have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and will never win a Grammy. And she responded and said, now I have both. Now, it was recently announced that she will be getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And let me know if you guys feel like she deserves it. Well, deserve. I mean, I guess for Hannah Montana, she would deserve it. Hannah Montana, that's a classic. The Climb, that's a classic song. Anything she's done recently, no. I wouldn't think to give Purdy Chicken anything, okay? Especially with her recent flops. But, she did recently collaborate with Queen Bee and win a Grammy. Flowers was a big record. She was on Hannah Montana. She's had a pretty good career. She has somewhat longevity. So I understand it, but I just feel like for what she's doing now, she don't deserve it. But it's not about what you're doing now. It's about what you've done. Okay. And that's why she's getting it. Now, Champagne Thickums dropped a song called What Did I Miss? And it looks like he was taking some shots. Okay. So he starts off the verse by saying, I'm whipping around on the 600 acres. You niggas just better not ask me for no favors, okay? So that was shots at probably DJ Khaled, who, recently had to basically scrap his album because Champagne Thickums took the 2 collaborations that he claimed he had on his album. Champagne Thickums said no. He said, is love for my brothers and dead to a traitor. You switched on the guys and supporter a hater. Once I get back for these niggas is TBB. I look at this ish like BTC. Could be down this week, then I'm up next week. Yeah, N-words get punched in the face on some TLC shit on a dead guy. Some TLC-ish. Cause my nigga, you gonna need a chili ice pack for your left eye. I'm back in your city tonight walking around with my head high. I saw bro at the pop out with them, but been deriding gang since headlines. It feels like nobody's there till you start giving out 2 tones, and nobody cares until they in front of your tombstone. Y'all been on that type of timing for too long. Iceman, Tiffany Bluestones, I done made a plenty-ish right out of. Then he continued and said, what did I miss when I was looking at y'all and cooking with y'all and giving out verses and bookings to y'all, making sure wives were hitman? What did I miss when you were all in my crib looking at hoes word for word at all of the shows? You always felt like this man. What did I miss? Okay. So basically he's taking shots at Braun and Kung Fu Kenny a whole year later. Okay. Showing that he's still bitter. Now here's my thing, and this is just my unbiased opinion. I know y'all say that I hate Champagne Thickums. I'm hating on Champagne Thickums, but here's the thing. I do hate bitch ass niggas that go to the courtroom for diss tracks, but then sneak diss on records. I can't respect it. I'm sorry. Like, how you still sneak diss in a whole year later, but yet you're in litigation right now with Universal over a diss track. Does that make logical sense to anybody? It don't make sense to me. Nobody told you to get a basketball player's face tatted on you or jersey tatted on you, whatever it was, and you did not grow up with that person. Okay, that wasn't a childhood friend. You were a groupie, you are a fan. Braun does not see you as a friend. You did not grow up with him. You are an industry acquaintance, and you need to sit the fuck down. Okay? That's how I feel about it. I'm sorry. We not gonna gaslight people into thinking that Champagne Thickums doesn't throw rocks and hide his hand. How you sneak this and steal, yet you in litigation right now with Universal. Make it make sense. It just don't. And the bar's not really hitting like that. Like, after Not Like Us, this is the best you can come up with? calling people coochies and, oh, you hung out with a hater. Like, oh, wow. Like, oh, my goodness. You know, while Kung Fu Kenny's selling out stadiums overseas in Germany and in Australia, do you think he really cares that you're calling him a hater? Like, come on now. This was corny, okay? This is why I don't respect Champagne Thickums. Y'all wonder why he continues to take L after L. It just don't make sense. It just don't. If Nicki Minaj was doing this, like, what happened last year? Piss came out and then Bigfoot came out. If Nicki Minaj put out a diss track right now against Megan Thee Stallion, people are going to call her bitter. People are going to call her a hater. Okay? We got to hold Champagne Thickums accountable. Is giving bitter. Okay? You're bitter because this litigation is still going on. And at the end of the day, Kung Fu Kenny is still not thinking about you right now. Okay? He's on a sold out world tour. I also think he did this strategically because Pusha T is dropping next week. But he should have dropped after Pusha T, not before. Okay? So again, you're playing checkers and not chess. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give Champagne Thickums 500,000 lashings. I don't feel like the song was that great for you to drop. I'm sorry. It wasn't. You need to sit down. And the disses didn't really hit. Now, Cardi B liked a post of Nicki Minaj and her pictures from Motorsport. Fans also noticed that Nicki responded to a fan that said Nicki is on every app peeping and testing the BS. She was like, reveal yourself. Why are you scared, fool? And Nicki Minaj tweeted, LOL, a surprise is coming. Some fans are speculating that the surprise is a collaboration with Cardi B. That's what the fans are speculating on social media. Here's my thing. You know, I feel like, why does Nicki need to revive Cardi B's career? What's she gonna do? Hop on the Inside remix? Downside is moving down the charts. I don't get why she would need to help a flop. We see how the girls move. You know, once they get that collaboration, they switch up. Cardi B already did that. You know, after Motorsport, she started to slightly switch up, you know, sneak dissing, and then, you know, a year later, she do that shoe. I don't see why Nicki would want to collaborate with Cardi B. Cardi B's flopping. I can understand she was going number one, but it's not giving that. Her songs are moving out of the charts. They're going down on the charts. In the end of the day, Cardi B does not have the same steam she did in 2020, 2019, and 2018. I suggest Nicki work with somebody that, you know, has one, talent, and then two, some, you know, momentum or hype behind them, which is really none of the female rappers right now. A lot of the female rappers have no momentum or hype. And, you know, no shade. I don't know who to blame for this, but I think Cardi B is to blame for watering down female rap. Okay? Because y'all all talk about your coochies and talk about the same thing in records. Why would anybody be excited for anything you guys have to say? You know, that's Cardi B's fault. She made talentless rappers thrive in the industry, and that's why they're all flopping now. Okay? So I could pass on the collaboration, to be quite honest. Now, moving on from that, now that Diddy has been basically found guilty only on 2 counts of prostitution, an escort named Clayton Howard comes forward and accuses Cassie of SA. Okay, so, you know, he is suing Cassie allegedly and Diddy, and he accuses Cassie of SA, and he says when they had sex, it was allegedly during the time of the month. Okay, he also said the problem is she's being supported by women who attack male victims instead of accept the truth. Wow. So let me know how y'all feel about it. It looks like Cassie is gonna be getting exposed. Now here's the thing. You know, she got that 30 million, so she might have to split that with other victims. you know, because she did get paid $30 million. So she might have to cough up her own coin or the coin that she received from Diddy to pay off some victims. That might have to happen. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Diddy and his plan. Now that the verdict has been in on Patreon, link will be in the description, and have a great day.